So welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, girls, boys, anyone in between, to more Tyranny, where last time we were a little bit naughty. So this time we're going to see if we can be even more naughty. Hail, Fatebinder, the disfavoured scout nods at your approach. Camps on up ahead, don't mind us, just clearing out the rabble. I still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect that these are now disfavoured lands, and I'm happy to give the Legion a proper toll. But she's going on about trading rights. What nonsense is that? I'm not allowed to trade one thing for another. It's not like I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything of the sort. You're on disfavoured land. These warriors have every right to kill you. You should be more thankful they're even listening to you speak. But I'm only here to peddle my wares. I mean no harm. And if you think I'm a threat to the disfavoured camp, then you're seriously overestimating me, please. How do I make this right? From the sound of it, I feel like I'm about to be robbed. You're not the only one. I'm being robbed of patience as we speak. We should move on, Fatebinder. Pretty petty disputes are beneath us both. Robbed? No, you fool. You're being granted life after trespassing on our lands, all for the simple price of what's in your cart. Not our fault you don't have your permits in order. I don't write the rules. I just ruthlessly enforce them. Please, can you do something? Yep, let's do this again. Let's see what his trade permits are. He hasn't got one. Therein lies the problem. Trade permit? How was I mean, who do I speak for such a thing? Not us. Not our problem. Maybe march your butt to the city and plead your case before Tunon. But we will lighten your burden and relieve you of your wares first. That should make the long trek a lot more bearable. Anything to be argued before Tunon may be argued before me. What's there to discuss? We should kill this mongrel and... If a Fatebinder wishes to weigh in on the matter, courtesy demands we listen. This is a disfavoured matter, but I know the agents of the court do say love to throw their judgments around. Well, you could rob me now and have my supplies today. Or you could leave me alone and have fermented honey all year long. I even know a few family recipes for painkillers and healing drafts. Certainly an army would need those. What a coincidence. Your family recipe for wound paste smells like the Scarlet Fury's own concoction. Where did you steal this? I don't know what you're getting at. You're right. Kill this liar and share the proceeds with the Legion. No, please, I can explain. How do you know a tearsman's lying? His lips are moving. Clean kill, cleaner than he deserved. Hey, I'd have done a better job of it. But I don't begrudge you currying favours with the Ironclads. I haven't killed him yet. Let's pick through what's useful. If you find anything of merit, report it to the Iron Marshal and Fatebinder. Thanks for making the right call. Every time we show the locals a dram of civility, they spit on our good nature. Let us never fall for their treachery again. Still not dead. Ah! No, he's dead. Yeah, it seems the text is a little bit behind the action. Right, what we got? Oh, do we get anything? It's locked. What about me? Can I do it? Slow down a moment. I know you're both eager to watch the archons bicker over tactics like a pair of magpies, but I need to ask you something first. The voices of Narat told me that you've come here as a mediator. Considering the source, well, I can't help but feel that only hearing half the story. So let's have it out. What's so special about you? I'll do what every politician does and answer a question with a question. What else has the voices of Nerat told you? Only that I could find you in Xtreme ruins. Truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the only one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of a Matani river. She laughs, but there's a forced nature to it. I'm here to deliver an edict from Kairos. That makes a crazy kind of sense. Considering how long the siege was taxi armies, I can understand why Kairos would send you an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? Do you know what it says? The Archons must claim Ascension Hall by Kairos' Day of Swords, or all will perish. One more thing for the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Kairos sends us any lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. Okay, we must meet with the Archons. Hey, don't let me hold you back. I'm sure wherever you're here to do is important enough, but you don't need me stepping in your path. The war tent's just past the centre of the camp. I want you with me. You're a very good fighter. One last thing, be careful around these disfavoured types. They take their work seriously, and most have suffered too many blows to the head. Get a few more. Okay, so we don't get anything from that.
Will do.
Waste of time, wasn't it? Okay, let's go to the camp. Is this it here? Look at you, our gatecrasher from the court, still in one piece. Welcome to this disfavoured camp. Always happy to have an honoured ally pay us a visit. Graven Ash protects us. That he does. A warrior nods in approval and taps twice on the gate to signal your arrival. Be well, Fatebinder. Glory to Kairos. Indeed. Got no time to chill, too much armour to mend. Oh, speak to the uncle. Here we go. Hail to you, God of the law. If you access rings weighing you down, best unburden yourself before battle. You know that if a disfavoured sufferer or merchant in their camp, must be a man selling only the finest provisions and armaments. Does it ever make you uneasy representing the South in an occupier's camp? It did once. That was before I got a measure of your patronage on. Tunon speaks with fairness and wisdom, unlike many of my countrymen. I was able to make this changing of the guard as comfortable as possible. A little treachery can be profitable, merchant. He does his best to recover unperturbed. Kairos is the right and proper authority of the realm, my lady. There's no treachery in that. Despite his airs of confidence, he casts a worried glance out of the corner of his eye. How did you come to work with the disfavoured? Hard work and good suppliers. When Tunon's men came to my village, all the merchants were given different lists of what they were and weren't allowed to trade. Kairos' wisdom, my record must have been a good one, because I was given the right to trade in all manner of goods, most importantly arms. Not a lot of merchants can sell weapons. It was like that even before Kairos. Okay, we'll have a quick look. I don't think I can afford much, though. So we have got 1 bronze ring, 88 copper rings, 4 camping supplies, and you've got Sigil of Frost. Ooh. Don't think we really need anything, not for the moment. I was just curious to see how much things cost. What have we got here? Watch yourself, Fatebinder. What do you mean, watch myself? You watch yourself. Bitter quip. Glory to the voice of Narat, projecting his salutation for all to hear. The grinning blood chanter raps his staff against the ground as you approach. Fatebinder, I presume. I am Bitter Quip. I'm here as the emissary of the Scarlet Chorus. Okay, what can you tell me about the Scarlet Chorus? Chorus is the future of the tears. I feel only derision and pity for those who fear our inevitable ascension. He looks at you with a raised eyebrow. What in particular would you like to know? Tell me about the voice of Narat. He is supreme commander and public servant. He who sets us free but directs all. The voice of Narat is the epitome of what each of us can be, a magician without equal and the leader of unaccountable numbers. So what's your role in the chorus? I am a blood chanter. My magic can turn the will of a man in the tide of battle. I have held command for 3 years. Being forced to keep an eye on the disfavoured is not the reward I've envisioned for my service thus far. Okay, that's interesting. Strange, I just want to talk to everyone. Just making my rounds, okay?
I got it. Sorry, I can't.
Okay, what are we doing? There's got to be something important to do in here. So we're going down this way. Meager portion of game simmers in a large copper pot. Fragrant spices. I am Lucia, this is Marcus. A disfavored soldier points to the armoured man next to her. And you must be the fate binder. From under her helmet you heard an audible scoff. We've been assigned to your hospitality, will you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Well, you can tell me about yourselves. Not sure there's much to tell. I trained at Fort Resolution. This is my first campaign and I'm proud to be with the Legion. I was wounded at the gates of judgment, but Graven Ash's protection rendered me good. I owe my life to him. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear in the guts? You really shouldn't boast about a filthy tearsman besting you in battle. Lucia rolls her eyes. You're just bitter that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. Okay, Lucia. I do this, she unenthusiastically lifts up her heavy shield, and I do this, she mockingly stabs the air with her spear. Playing host is not my strong suit. Ignore my sarcasm. I've seen the Legion through my share of the campaign. After so much bloodshed, our pretenses of honour can wear me down. She turns a cautious eye your way. The North is my home, and I consider each and every one of the ironclad bastards in this camp to be my family. You won't find another army where each member is of a phalanx as beloved and cherished as the next. You seem handy with the weapon. I know a thing or two about spitting foes who are stupid enough to challenge me. What of it? Oh, we could get some training. Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of this siege. There's 9 copper rings. So let's get Verse trained up. So what's she using? She's using a... I've forgotten what she's using. Let me just find her skills. So she's dual wield. Marcus, can you do dual wield? No, you can train in parrying though, that's good. Good. Who's in here then?
Ain't that odd?
Yesterday you chided me for wishing to wait. Now you suggest an even longer delay. Perhaps a voice in your skull ought to come to a consensus if you wish to be taken seriously. Good advice, it's flexible, changing with the moment. Besides, now we're agreeing with yesterday. We know you hate going into battle without your overwhelming odds on your side. If you're so terrified of a challenge, why not wait for your reinforcements? I don't need your heckling, I need your scouting reports, or better yet, confirmation you quelled the Oathbreakers in the Outer Valley. Oh, that! We must solve it on our own time. We must make at least a token effort to show them mercy after all. Mercy? They have already shat upon our mercy once before. These gutterboons south knobs deserve nothing more than death. Okay, I think I've got the idea, but you guys are arguing about...
That's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
The Archon of War pounds his staff on the ground to punctuate his words. A large and imposing man to begin with, his profile is made larger still by the hulking suit of armour that hums with mystic energy. It's quite cool.
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes the scepter between his hands, twirling the rod in hypnotic circles. Emerald luminescence seeps from the seams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is not noticeable where his neck ought to be. It's most noticeable where his neck ought to be. His mask seemed to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally. Cool.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I am here to proclaim Chorus' edict. The valley was sealed in preparation for this moment.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flaccid, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
My lords, the Fatebinder has arrived. The disfavored commander raises his voice, trying with little success to speak over the Archons. Perhaps we could table this discussion and let our guests speak.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
The Archon of Secrets twirls his scepter in a twisting loop, his leather-wrapped hands flipping the heavy rod with an effortless flow. Are you two just about done? You bicker like children, do they not? I meant only to say welcome to our guests, the Fatebinder. The armoured retainer bows with rushed-in elegance and then rises to salute. I'm not a moment too soon. Governor, long have we been honoured by your iron. Now we are honoured by your presence. I must apologise, my lords. Tempers run high of late. Apologies for the sudden entrance. I've travelled long to...
Welcome, Firestarter. We have been eagerly anticipating your arrival. Perchance you bring another of Kairos' edicts to savage the enemy?
We were worried you'd never make it. So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
The Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. A frozen rictus, fashioned into his bronze mask, greets you with a permanent smile. I come bearing an edict of Kairos.
Once again, you bring us support in a time of need. We fondly remember your service to the Chorus in the taking of the Bastard City. We knew back then you were destined for great things. But we had not anticipated you would be twice honored with the task of proclamation. So, do not keep us waiting. What is the Overlord's will?
Well, it seems you need some encouragement to work together. Kairos' edict will end the lives of everyone in this valley unless Ascension Hall is claimed by Kairos' Day of Swords. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quickens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs now nearly buoyant with vigour.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
The Archon taps a finger to his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard. Great beard it is too.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
The Archon of Secrets passed his scepter from one hand to the next, chuckling softly with each toss. Are you two daft? It's your indecision and bickering that necessitated this edict.
Daft? Only fools hate their lives enough to insult our intellect. But, our dear Binder, your invective is not without purpose. Each moment we waste, death by edict draws closer. Graven Ash, we leave you to tackle the river. The chorus will scour the outer valley.
So that is what it takes to get you to agree to a plan of action. The threat of death? You place the Overlord in this position with your incessant arguments, but now we've actually agreed to do something. Kairos be praised.
No more sitting idle. I expect the disfavored to be on the march at once.
You've delivered your edict. Do not pretend it gives you the right to give orders to an Archon.
My Lord Barrack and his band have been drilled on the Echo Call assault plan. The Crescent Runners should be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements around the river. I shall dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Thus, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunan's chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. She'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as she doesn't do anything too stupid.
The Archon twists his scepter one last time and taps the fifth eye on his shoulder, and the two depart. He's got a fifth eye on his shoulder. Wow.
Finally, the fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm short of a few scouts, short of a few soldiers, short of a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. I wouldn't call me skilled yet, I've only got 2 skills. I'm not really good at those. What about the Scarlet Chorus? How are they?
I ask myself that question often. While we take the river crossing, the Scarlet Chorus should be using their sizable presence to remove the Oathbreaker patrols lurking in the outer valley.
The Oathbreakers have maintained a sizable force outside the Citadel. We need the Chorus' manpower to scour the region, otherwise the Oathbreakers will attack our heels as soon as we cross the Matani. Okay, let's go. I'll be at the training grounds readying the soldiers. Although I'm loath to mention it, but Chorus can be likely to use your assistance. They certainly won't secure the outer valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rat's nest they call a camp due east. Seek him out if you must. Wow, we haven't done anything particularly evil so far. We've been a little bit rude, but we haven't been necessarily evil. So where's these training grounds then?
Can't do that.
Let's help ourselves to what's in boxes, as you do. It's the way you do it in role-playing games. Ah, training grounds, here we go. Don't just coddle the impact, push back with your shield, take the momentum! I said eyes in your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. Disfavored officer turns to you, adjusting her pale golden surcoat as she clears her throat. Need to stay on top of the troops or their skills rust. It's for our own good, even if they don't believe it. Yeah, let me help you. What's the situation? I've got brigands amassing among the placid, Echo Call, and Littletooth crossings. Avenger and Guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concerted three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but we'll all die till the Kairos edict should be foul. I'm not about to let my pride blow me to the value of good help. This is the second major attack on the river. What happened the last time? Defeat in detail. We carved a bloody path up the river, but at that point everyone who charged ahead was lost. We had no chorus backup, just a few disfavoured squads. I can't tell you exactly how they were defeated, but we lost the whole assault team. We found bodies washing up the river for days. It's not often the Tearsmen put up such good fights. It certainly made us re-evaluate the number. We need to take this valley. You sure our scouts didn't give you all sorts of details about the enemy, and you just chose to disregard our warnings? We can pass out the blame after the war. Only the Oathbreakers matter right now. Quite right, getting our emotions in the mix won't hasten this campaign. Okay, let's go. And our plan just might work. We are loath to work with those who do not share our training and our values, but we know that Tyranny the Adjudicator selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honour us all in the field. I'll try my best. Antonio will be leading the charge at Echo Call Crossing. Assisting you will be the Barrack of the Stone Shields. Before you ask, no, the Forgebound weren't sloshed on Dappleseed when they fitted his armour. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and this armour doesn't exactly come off. Actually, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise it's something of a curse. Barrack, come and meet the Fatebinder.
Fatebinder,
please come on my side.
The Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive, and I have no intention of disappointing her.
Nod silently. Barrack returns your nod silent, but for the creaking articulations of his alloyed carapace.
Barrack, is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
I know him about as well as I knew anyone during the conquest.
That can change. When the Tears are fully under our command, I'll take you to whatever passes for a watering hole in this forsaken country. We'll drink the local swill to honor the fallen.
Forget the fallen. I know a great brothel in Lethian's Crossing where we can watch something rise, then fall, then rise again.
Kinky. The Fatebinder will be joining us to a push across the river. I figured an extra hand might help. And more importantly, if my worries come true, and the chorus tries to impede the mission, we'll have an observer from the court on our
Better
side.
to work with the Honorable Binder than some chorus children.
I ask that Barrack accompany you to arbitrate the cooperation between the company and the Scarlet Chorus. Barrack, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Stalwart. This time we gave you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. Ash has assigned you to a Fatebinder's service. You're to assume this task is ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you. Yay! Which could very well mean the swiftly approaching end of this war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? It's an order, Barrack. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. Hope you don't mind the company. Good. I wanted a tank, and it looks like we've got a tank, so that's great. I do mind, but I'll allow it anyway, so I can put a large object between myself and the enemy. Oh, good. Barrack is indeed here for your protection. If you don't find him suitable, you're free to discharge him from service. Oh dear. So... let's just annoy absolutely everyone that's on our side, shall we? Okay. Small group, you say?
That's far enough, Fatebinder.
A woman's voice booms from atop the nearby outcropping. Flashes of aquamarine body paint peek out from under a loose-fitting traveller's garb. Their outfits festooned in braids and knots of a sailor's line. Flanked on either side of warriors dressed in Vendrian Guard regalia. The woman leans on an elaborate bladed staff, pulsing with arcane energy. A swathe of blue fabric rests draped across her arm.
In accordance with ancient customs north and south, I offer and request a delay of blade. There are matters we must discuss without fear of reprisal.
The woman bows deeply, lowering her head in a practiced display of etiquette. The warriors by her remain in a ready stance, their nerves clearly on edge. You would detain a fate binder, the archon of justice? Unwise.
As unwise as setting foot on our lands with dreams of conquest. If you're afraid of a few words, go ahead and run. Idiots and very young children are often afraid of me, so I understand if you need to retreat and soil yourself in private.
Glare silently.
I am Ebb of the School of Tides, and today I speak on behalf of the Vendrian Guard.
I advise caution, Fatebinder. Only thing more dangerous than a tearsman is an educated one.
Metal articulations groan as he tries to subtly move his hands towards his blade. Now, let's just get on with it, shall we?
As is our custom, we are ready to kill to defend our lands, but we kill only in fair battle. We don't slay our prisoners. We know this isn't Kairos' way, but we must have hope. A few of my kin have gone missing, and though they may have perished, I have to inquire on the off chance they still live. If Captain Tarkus Deimos still lives, we would negotiate for his release.
So he was one of the leaders of the attack. And we ordered him executed. Assuming he's our prisoner, what do you offer in exchange?
We would offer you 5 choirmen that got lost on patrol. They're healthy, got other limbs too.
I would not have us barter with oathbreakers. Certainly not for anything less than disfavored lives.
You say there's something worth less than a disfavored life. Call me intrigued.
He's dead.
I see. That is as I feared, but thank you for telling me all the same. I prefer closure to wishful thinking. If I may make one more inquiry, what of Palox Tyrell? Did he survive?
No, he didn't survive either. Another dead oathbreaker. Whomever you ask about next, I assure you nothing can be done.
My apologies, Fatebinder. I had a terrible feeling this errand was in vain from the start. I had no expectations that our friends could be saved, as I'm sure the time for swapping prisoners is long gone. But at least I know of what became of them. That'll have to be enough.
We're through. Leave while you can.
Then I will take no more of your time. Apologies. We will depart at once.
She bows curtly, never letting her eyes off yours, before turning to leave. A moment later, the bodyguards turn to follow. Oh, is that it? No fighting?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a shame. So where are we going? Right, we're going to need to get some more supplies at some point. Back over here, maintain defensive posture. Windiv's favoured commander clutches his blood-stained chest piece and takes a deep breath. Gathering his thoughts, he's focused on the scattered wounded men around him. He's yet to notice you. Your plan has been a rousing success. Most of our troops dead, a bridge destroyed, and the Vendrian Guard pushed back to where we started. Ladies and gentlemen, the finest the North has to offer. And what's your next act? I see why they call you Bitter Quip. I needed those Furies on point. Don't mock my strategy after working against it. We could have taken them. What's happening? Shouldn't you be on the other side of the bridge? We tried to rush the western bridge blow for blow. We had them running butts, but halfway across, they turned around. The whole damn river just lurched up. The cursed Tyranny swallowed the bridge and almost everyone on it. The only real soldiers we have left are the Scarlet Furies, but I wisely directed into a flanking position. A few of us kept our footing, but the advantage was lost. We had to fall back, and as we did, the Oathbreakers surged down the east bridge. We held ground until they fled back across the river. Now we're back to where we started with only a fraction of a strength. A member of a school of tides is alive and working with the Endrian Guard. I assure you she's the culprit. I would explain it. I saw a woman dressed in blue on the other side of a river. She didn't seem like she fit with the others. Had we focused our strength into one perfect lunge, we could have crossed the bridge before the enemy knew what was killing them, but it's too late. We can use Scarlet Furies too. No, fool, stop suggesting ways to get my gang killed. Are you working for the Oathbreakers? We should wait until the enemy's no longer on high alert. Well, we can sit and wait for Kairos' edict to kill us, or we can do something. If this were a hearing of grievances, I'd let you call the shots, but we're talking about the lives of my gang. Conscripts are a copper a dozen, but Furies, I've worked hard to secure the loyalty of my gang. I will not scrap fine warriors on so buffoonish a plan. Well, I suppose I'll have to tell a voice of Nerat that his agents were soft and cowardly in the face of opposition. Do you think that your words would change? I meant to say, perhaps the Fightbender is right. Antonio's in charge. When you see next with the Archons, you will tell the voices that I was instrumental in the success of the crossing. Just like that. No, wait, I won't question it. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, you best be thanking me and the Fatebinder. We're saved for disfavoured time and time again. What's one more? Listen up, for this to work, my Furies need a moment to get out of cover. Fatebinder, you need to run up the East Bridge. Don't get yourself killed, just draw your attention. I'll signal my Furies to send a rope across when you have them occupied. There's no time to waste. Let's hope your gang delivers. Thank you, Fatebinder, and good hunting. Okay, you want to start the West River? Is that this one here? Oh, East.
Sorry, I can't.
Eastern River. Blimey, it's all been kicking off over here, isn't it? Where's my map? Ooh, got some stuff. What have we got here? We started levelling up yet? Unspent talent points. Okay. I'll do them then. Doesn't seem to be anything I can click on. Okay, so my talents, let's go for a bit of leadership. Or magic. Oh, it doesn't seem like I can spend any. That's a quest log. Don't understand any of that. Right. How do we do this then? Barrack's got an attribute point. Oh, there we go. Okay. Super. Right. So you definitely need some constitution, my dear boy. Wits, no. Quickness, no. Might. Might sounds good. Finesse, no. Vitality. Yes, please. Good. Okay, what's in the bag? What's in the bags? Party stash. Nothing. Even though I just picked up loads of stuff. Ah, here we go. Right, so what have you got? You've got a 9-11. And that's a 15 to 19. Have some of that. So that's a shield. Okay, that's good. Right, so you've got a choice of 2. That's wonderful. How's your armour looking? Ah, here's some helmets. Yours is locked because it's locked onto your head. Got a bronze helmet for you, my lovely. Yeah, badass. And what have I got? No, sorry, I'm not wearing anything that makes me look silly. Don't care what the stats are, if it makes me look silly, I'm not wearing it.
Have a look here.
Oops. Sorry, I should listen to you really, shouldn't I? Right. Oh, we're recharging, that's good, okay. That's fine. What's this? Barrack turns to face you, nodding silently. A short sigh escapes as he waits for you to speak.
What can I do for you?
Let's discuss some immediate concerns. What are your thoughts on me and my deeds? Any reservations on either side? Your military record speaks for itself. You are Tunon's fate binder. My opinions on the matter don't come into it one way or another. Fair enough. I don't think it's really the time for us to have a little chit-chat, is it? Right, there's a trap there.
Come out, brave meat.
Okay. That's good. I'm at the back. That's where I want to be.
All right, let's do this.
Someone staunch my...
That's good.
You got it.
Boom Shanker. Wow, you really aren't a very good tank. You just got owned. What have you got? Irons Holling. Striking Iron. Good. Okay. Well, let's get healed up.
Right.
I'd rather have the big boy in front, please. Here we go. That's better. Hey! You there, and you. Get over there. Just favour back. Guess I forgot a javelin or 2. Be a doll, would you? Hurl them back. Wait, not another disfavoured. This is a fate binder. Odd, I would have expected, well, more soldiers. Here to convince us to kneel down and lose our heads. You're a Heldry. House Matani? Apologies that your river must be dirtied with this conflict. She lifts an eyebrow. I am honoured, and will trust that all grievances wash down the stream. May the river guide you through the valley. My friend seems to have misplaced most of our squad. Guess they're somewhere in my river. My family's been protecting this river for 6 generations, so it's easy to lose track of the looters and vagrants we've had to feed to the eels. Unless you want to try a running leap over, you're stuck. Maybe try heading downstream to Placid Crossing. We have more warriors there. I'm certain they'll be just as happy to kill you. Let us across and we'll grant you mercy. Hold your oars for a second. I have a statement prepared from Captain R for this very moment. Wait, there's a second missive here somewhere. As I'm using our fine mist soon-to-be corpse, it would appear that our distraction has paid off. I wouldn't keep standing there, Fate, but I know the river's currents are quite unpredictable. Yeah, we might want to move, guys.
On it.
Job done. Well done, the distraction was exactly what we needed. Graven Ash protects, my comrades are getting their second wind and ready to try this once again. Well done. While you were toying with the Oathbreakers, my gang had the opportunity to set a rope on the collapsed bridge over yonder. The Furies wait to join you in battle. Good work, your gang salvaged this mess. We require no thanks for carrying the burden of the disfavoured. It's too weak to lift. We're used to such things. Plan is now to lower that bridge. My warriors can't swim in their armour. The light of the troops, we can move across the rope and lower the bridge. We'll meet you on the other side. Crossing by rope, are we? In that case, I might recommend that I go last. For once, I agree with him. My gang's been spotted. Go now. They're being overwhelmed. Right, so we're going this way, are we?
Will do.
Can I cast judgment? Guess what my judgment will be? It'll be fun. It'll involve chickens. How did you do that? Do what? Back in the Archon's war tent, you cast an edict as casually as reading a supply shipment. How did you do that? Oh, I've done it before. You cast the edict of fire on Vellum's citadel. I heard about it. How Kairos' anger raised a volcano from under the sage's own fortress. That was impressive work. Well, that was me alright. Well, call me impressed, considering that you've read the words of Kairos more than once. I'm surprised you're even alive to tell it. Your vocal cords must have turned to ash by now. I was not trying to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just worth recognising what you've done. Not only are you Tunon's Fatebinder, you're a mouthpiece of the Overlord. Gives me plenty of reason to stick around. You're going places and I want to see where they lead. Okay, yep, good.
Sorry, I can't.
So, let me get this straight. You went over there, did you, big boy? Lower the bridge, so that'll be over the other side.
Trouble is afoot.
Right, you, my lovely, need to focus on their magician.
Will do.
For the Queen!
Where the hell am I going? My God.
That's how it's done.
Getting owned. Right, all of a sudden, I'm in the middle of 3 of them. Why not?
The boss is down.
Oh no.
I knew that! I will aid you. I can't tell if I'm sick or dying under here.
Come on, finish him.
I'll do it for the North.
Wowzers, we got our butt kicked. Well, that's good. It doesn't seem that we take permanent damage. It's not as harsh as Vikings was. Oh, but we now got a red bar. Because we're wounded. Okay. So we've lost 10 hit points. Right, so we need to be a little bit more careful about our placements.
Kairos' butchers have come! Flee!
Get him! Ah, damn it. Right. After your insults, we meet again. What have we got? Sun Soldier, Honor Guard, Archer, Archers. It would be lovely if we could get... Retreats! There's too many of it. Cross the river, pull back! Hold, I only wish to talk. The request goes unheeded.
Heads up, we have company! On my command!
Why can't I hit anything?
Flawless!
Let's get over here. Can't, out the way.
Yes. You got it.
Run out of health potions of this, right?
To change weapons.
Nice if you could tank more than just one.
Good work! Oh, damn thing couldn't pierce cloth. No leaving till you're dead! I got it. Don't know about you, but I feel like...
Good. Okay. It's better. Damn it.
It's a hit! My armor is dented. Let me repair it.
Goodness, it's dead already. Good. Well done. You let the boss die twice, though. What's going on,
I'd
guys?
have it no other way.
On it.
Okay. Well, that's been fun. We're getting to learn a little bit more about the systems and the combat, which we're obviously not doing so great with at the moment, but we'll get there once we learn what all these spells do. So thank you for watching here at Pinky's Palace. We'll be playing Tyranny. Not too many evil laughs today, so we're low on the evil count. So it's more of a a kind of snarky comment. It's like we're trolls today. It's more of a trolley episode where we kind of trolled all the conversations. But we've got a new friend, which is good. Our friend Barrick, who's seems to be moulded to his suit of armour. So please join us next time, and we'll see what's going on in the world of Tyranny. Goodbye.